Did you know that today the developers of Project Zomboid in the Stone expanded on what they intend to implement in the coming year and beyond? Originally, they planned to implement the hunting of animals and the use of pets in the next content update, but now they've decided to place that on the back burner for now and divide into two teams. One team of developers will focus on the implementing of one of the most highly requested additions, NPCs. As the blog post describes it, they have already started working on a few systems like a RimWorld style priority and job system, personality systems, procedurally story event systems, combat systems, autonomous survival behaviors, advanced group behavior systems, vehicle driving systems, and a whole bunch more. Now, the NPCs will be implemented as part of Build 43 and further added to in Build 45 and 47. While they work on that, the second team will focus initially on polishing and the bug fixing of current in-game systems. Beside that, they will start working on balancing trades and professions, medical system, and other stuff where it comes down to essentially tweaking numbers to make more builds viable or close up free points exploit in character creation, as they did recently with the smoker trade, which became a lot harder to sustain in-game due to a reduced drop chance of cigarettes, matches, and lighters. This team will also begin the expansion of the tech tree, which will function less like a talent tree, but rather an emerging expertise you can create through the unlocking of new recipes through books, magazines, and VHS tapes. In the end, this more advanced and multi-tier crafting profession will allow survivor communities to thrive and provide much more diverse activities for players who like to stay in the safe houses. In addition, the developer's ultimate goal is to provide significantly extra crafting potential to allow players to effectively create a post-apocalypse medieval community to provide plausible alternatives to any of the lootable items in the game. This is to remove the need to constantly restart worlds due to a lack of scavengeable resources. Ultimately, to build up to the point that Alexandria, Hilltop, or Kingdom-style communities can form years after the apocalypse, giving more incentive to keep playing and building on existing worlds instead of intentionally replaying the early game because there is no real late game. The developers also plan a massive gun mechanics rework at some point to provide a more solid gunplay experience that will make guns not only more interesting to use, require more player skill element, but also make the PvP encounters a lot more interesting. But right now, it is still unclear where this gun mechanics rework will be placed in the release schedule. If you want to read the complete blog post, I will leave a link to it in the description down below. By the way, are you excited yet?